and abroad. A warm welcome to everyone here. And on the behalf of All World Gayatri Pariwar, Bangalore Center, we take this pleasure and to an honor to welcome you on in this 8 days webinar series of Let Us Construct a Culture Generation under our Gade Sanskarwan PD Shanti Kunj Haridwar. Today is the third session in this webinar series, which is on the ideal lifestyle during the pregnancy. So before we go ahead and start our session today, I'll request everyone to sit straight, close your eyes, and chant Gayatri Mantra with me. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodaya. Good evening, everyone, once again. And on this wonderful day, on the third session, we welcome you all. So, let me give a small introduction about the today's topic and about our very esteemed, speaker today, which is Dr. Amita Saxena. So, a warm welcome to you, Dr. Saxena. So, healthy weight and a healthy lifestyle behavior are considered as prerequisite of a healthy pregnancy. The importance of maternal lifestyle, including your nutrition and physical activity, in in relation to the short and long term birth outcome is increasingly gaining importance. Pregnancy and fetal environment is largely impacted by lifestyle factors, so it is very important that we focus on adapting a healthy lifestyle so that we can make our pregnancy a healthy and a happier one. So today in the session, we'll be talking about how this lifestyle changes or the lifestyle modification will play an important role for the mother's health during the pregnancy as well as the health of the overall health and growth of the baby in the womb. So let me give in a small introduction about our today's speaker, which is Dr. Amita Saxena ji. Dr. Amita Saxena ji is an MBBS and DGO. She is a senior consultant in Marble City Hospital, Jabalpur, and she is practicing there for more than 20 years. She is the director of Saxena Cosmetic Clinic. She is also co-founder of Jabalpur Cosmetic Gynecology Center. She was VP of Jabalpur OBG Society for the year from the year 2017 to 2020. She was also vice president for IMA, that is Indian Medical Association for Jabalpur, for 2016 and 2018. Dr. Saxena ji is very devoted and hard-working volunteer of Gayatri Pariwar and has been involved in various activities in promoting thought revolution movement. She is state coordinator of our Gade Sanskarwan PD for Madhya Pradesh region, and she has been training the volunteers and pregnant women since 2011. So, with most humbleness, I'll request Dr. Amita Saxena ji to take over the stage and guide us through this crucial topic of lifestyle, the ideal lifestyle during the pregnancy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Arpita. In the subtle presence of Param Puja Gurudev, M. Vandani Mataji, my humble pranam to all the beautiful and divine soul connected to today's webinar and listening to me. I would like to chant Gayatri Mantra once again with all of you before I begin my talk. Sit straight again and close your eyes. Om Bhur Swaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayam. In last 2 days, we have been listening the science of Garva Sanskar, and you know how the it happens, the creation of divine child, how it happens. And you must be knowing now, after yesterday's lecture, this process starts even before pregnancy. So now you understood, for any special thing, you have to put a greater effort also. So in today's lectures, I will be discussing what and how these efforts are to be implemented in your daily routine. So to start with, let us start what the lifestyle modification is, and why in all the diseases which are prevailing in today's time, we talk about the lifestyle modification first for the treatment, and after that the medical treatment comes, and why this modification is needed during pregnancy too. So let us start with what the lifestyle modification is, what it involves. It involves altering long-term habits. No changes happen suddenly. It takes long time for the positive change as well as negative change. So what happens? It has not happened in 1 or 2 years. It takes long to change anything outside or inside. So now these are the habits which have altered, and now we want to change them. The first is the eating tendency. Now we see the youngsters, what they eat. They are basically they are liking and they are eating all fast foods, cold drinks, and just Swiggy and Zomato are just, it is one phone call away. They just give a call and they order and they have it. It is a regular habit of all youngsters. Then the sleeping patterns. They all sleep late night and get up late in the morning, which is against the nature. And as you know that when you fool the nature, nature fools you. Then the level of physical activities. In today's time, all the facilities, all the amenities are available, freely available. You don't have to work hard at home, as well as you don't have to move, uh, go bicycle or walk, and all that. Because of the amenities, we don't work very hard. Physical activity is very less. The same, the stress management practices, they don't do. No meditation, no scriptures reading, no pranayam, nothing. They don't have actually time for that. Hydration habit, and the most important is thought process. Their thought process is polluted, and when the thought process is polluted, because of the thought process, everything is deranged. And here comes the role of thought revolution movement, what our Gurudev is running. What are the causes? Changing values. Because long time ago, the first was the your like you can say your talent, then your education, then your generosity, and then comes the money. But now money is first. So when the money is first, they do anything and everything to get the money. They want money fast with the less hard work. They want money fast. The value is changed. Modernization. What is to look modern, to call modern? They take, like they wear any type of clothes. English speaking is considered being modern. Liberalization, for liberal, to get liberal or so-called liberal, they break all the rules of society. Westernization, globalization, they are the different causes of lifestyle change, what is we are watching today. So what happens when we were small? Our mother used to do everything by hand. We never had any dishwasher or microwave or mixer grinder and all that. And to play, we never had computers and video games. And to play, we used to go outside in ground, street, and garden. We used to bicycle, raced, and hide and seek used to play. But what now? Now everything is easily available. You just sit on the chair and you can play. Even I watch my son, they play this football and cricket, everything on computers. I don't understand what it is, but it reduces your physical activities. So what is the difference? What I watch, I have noticed that now rural women, when even 5 feet height, rural women come to me, they have any complication and they deliver easily. And urban women with all iron, protein, calcium, the fancy antenatal classes and all antenatal video shoot, when they come, they have all complication and very difficult, with the great difficulty they deliver normally, and they, otherwise they don't deliver, and we have to go for cesarean section. And then they blame the doctors are doing cesarean section more. So they are the problems and reasons why we need to discuss lifestyle modifications are, after all that, after all these changes, still we desire to have a divine child. And when you desire to have something special or great, you need to work hard. You have to change yourself. And that is the reason they all want lifestyle modification, and they want the methods to get the divine child, and what we are discussing here today. Second is the information and emotion. We are getting information from all around, from television, mobile, YouTube, Google, from everywhere we are getting information. And you know, information, different information leads to different kind of thoughts and emotion, and they secrete different neurotransmitters and chemicals and hormone. And when you are not you are unable to handle these emotions, then it leads different complication of pregnancies. So we need to teach them the discipline and idealism to control these emotions and thoughts. And this is the, let me tell you, this is the best opportunity to emerge your positive virtues, and your baby's positive virtue within yourself and your unborn, by learning this lifestyle modification. So we have discussed the problem, and after listening to me all the talk, you will realize for all the lifestyle modification, you will have to go back to our ancient time, which has been described in our ancient scriptures or Vedas, or Gurudev has described in different Bhangvines. And the same things now in Western world, Dr. Rupert Sheldrake of Cambridge University has derived as a principle. And he has said your ideal lifestyle, your thoughts, your emotion, your diet, your internal and external environment, your family atmosphere, your social atmosphere, uh, leave a print on your genes or epigenes, and they are responsible for expression of different diseases and different character, different virtues, positive and negative values of your child when the child grow up. So these things, the lifestyle modification is the base, and it is most important during pregnancy, because he determines that it determines about 80% character and personality of your baby. So how important it is, and how it affects your gene and epigene. We have been listening for last 2 days about the epigenetics, genes and epigenes. In short, again, I'll explain, because this is the main gist of this lifestyle modification. When you modify your lifestyle, the imprint goes as epigene, and that will be expressed as a character or virtues of your baby. So let us understand what the gene is. Gene is our body is made up of 37 trillion cells. They are like bricks of a house. We are made up of cells, and every single cell has a nucleus in the center, which controls the function of the cells. And in the nucleus, there is a chromatin material called chromosome, which is a condensed form of DNA. DNA is coiled and supercoiled, and it becomes chromosome. And in our body, there are 46 chromosomes, and this DNA, this, you see, this small part of DNA is called gene. And in these genes, there is a coding of everything, what diseases we'll have, what everything, the all functions and structure, everything, it is coded in the gene. And these codings, they decide what kind of protein will produce, and that will decide the functions and the maintenance and the production of different tissues. And that also decide how will we look, what will be the color of our hair, skin, our height, our intelligence. Everything is coded in the gene. And still, do you believe that we look so different? Every single, like American look different, Japanese look different, even India, North Indian, South Indian, they look different. And still we are 99.9% same. And only 0.1% we are different. and we look so different. And with the chimpanzee, if you compare, we are 1% different from chimpanzee in our DNAs, in our chromosomes. Then what is the role of, why I'm telling you all that? This is gene. In the genes, the DNA is same. We all have the same DNA, but the epigene is different. What is epigene? What I told you about the lifestyle. I'll be telling you the life in lifestyle modification. All environment factor. The environment factors like diet, your thought process, your environment, pollution. They act as the environmental tags, or you can say punctuation marks or tags. And these tags, can you see these tags on the DNA or on the genes? These tags are environmental tags of different diet, what kind of diet you are having, what environment you have, do you exercise or not. And these tags makes epigene, and these epigenes will decide what virtues, what diseases, what characters your child will express. And because genes are same, if you are four brother and sister, but everybody is different because everybody is have a little bit different thought process and different lifestyle. So the gist is that, to conclude, that what we have to do, we have to do add the good one, good epigene we'll have to add by good daily activities in the daily routine, and the bad one we'll have to reduce or remove from our lifestyle, so that the good virtues are expressed, the good characters are expressed, and the bad diseases are, or bad, what we call vikars, they are suppressed in our personalities. For example, they are two twins, they're twin sisters, they have the same genes, and when they grow up, the one sister is very particular about her lifestyle, regularly exercising, eating proper diet, then keeping the stresses low, writing, like meditating and pranayam and everything she's doing. The other sister is just eating all fast food and sleeping late and getting up late and doing all nonsense. So what happened when they grew up? The other sister, who was having the lifestyle, good ideal lifestyle, she was fit and fine. The other sister developed many diseases or a heart attack at early age. So what is that? That means the gene was same. We all have the same hardware. Gene is like hardware, and the epigene is different, because one sister had the software of ideal lifestyle, the other had not. So what happened? She expressed the good lifestyle and no diseases, and the other had diseases. So epigene is like Zoom, because if you don't download the Zoom in your mobile or your computer, you can't cease to this program, though you are having a mobile. So this is epigene is like software. So ultimately, this is switching off and on of the genes, and they are the environmental factor and environmental pollution which affect your genes, and they work as epigene, like radiation, which we are all surrounded by the radiations, chemicals, all the food material we are getting chemicals, electromagnetic wave of computer and mobiles, which is the worst. I think mobile is the worst thing, which I think you should reduce the screen time, and diet, infections, trauma, and the most important, thought pollution. You should reduce stresses and behavior problem with different methods. And don't you think that we are going back to again the ancient or old timers, our great grandparents or great grandparents and parents, what they were living, the ideal life, yagya, havan, tea plantation, cow dung, and all organized, this organic vegetations and everything. So there can be no earth ecology without womb ecology. That means you have to make change within yourself first. For any change, first there is change within you, and then the change goes outside. So as Gurudev has said, you change yourself and the world will change. Hum badlenge, yug badlega. So you'll have to change the womb ecology first. When the good citizens are born, the babies with virtues are born, and they'll become good citizen, the country will change and the world will change. So to start with that, the ideal routine of pregnant mother. These routine, if you listen and understood today, if you're doing it for 2-3 days, then you're forgetting, it will not work. You'll have to live this routine all throughout 9 months. And even after that, if you will, it will come into practice, you can live that even after that, and then it will work, that it will express as your epigene, or your gene will express in it. So the ideal daily routine is not one day game. You'll have to do it all throughout 9 months. We all know that the discipline and regularity is a very important part of any ideal routine, and it becomes all the more important when it comes to pregnant mother who's creating a divine child. So otherwise also, whenever we ask young couple what kind of baby you want, they all want a young, healthy, beautiful, intelligent, genius, kind-hearted, loving child. And even society want Swami Vivekanand, Maharishi Arvind, Mahatma Gandhi, Param Pujya Gurudev back again to reform the society. But can these personality be born so easily? No. These personality cannot take birth so easily. They are to be created, they are made, they are designed by the architect of craftsman called mother. So if you want to design a child like this, you have to make them, create them, architect them. So to start with the morning prayer, morning, everyone should get up, not only pregnant mother, but everyone should get up before sunrise, preferably at Brahma Muhurt between 4 to 6 p.m. AM. And after getting up, just with full gratitude, you should make pranam to Almighty or your divine superpower. And with the gratitude, you thank for another new day, for getting one more chance to live the purpose of life and the creation of the baby. And after that, you can start some music or some meaningful song, which you can listen with the music, with the feeling, and you can sing along also, because baby is listening. And once the baby is into the habit of this song, it will, she will also, she or the baby will imbibe this song, and this will be deposited in her his or her subconscious mind. And when the baby will grow up, this habit of getting up early will be there in its personality. So after morning prayer, it's a time of Atmabodh sadhana, or morning practices of soul consciousness. Atmabodh means soul consciousness. So in the morning, with the core of your heart and deep feeling, you just remember or remind yourself that you are a beautiful and wonderful, you and your baby both are beautiful and wonderful soul. And then you plan your day and pray that you will put all your energy in every single minute of the day in the creation of the a divine child, and for that you seek for the blessings from Almighty. And in the daytime, and after this, you just, because in the daytime, when you pray, in the whatever plan you make in the day, early morning time, at this time the alpha waves are more active, and the receptive power of your brain is much more. So whatever you plan, whatever you decide, whatever you talk to your child, it is all deposited in the subconscious mind of the brain, of your baby, and it becomes sanskar or permanent memory. Then after that, the time comes for kar darshan. Kar means hand, and darshan means just to visualize, just to look at your hand. And you, as you can see this mantra in the screen, Paragre Vasite Lakshmi, means the Lakshmi, goddess Lakshmi, resides in the front part of your hand, and Kar Madhya Saraswati, in the center part Ma Saraswati, and at the root level or base of your heart, the Govinda resides, and that is called Prabhate Kar Darshanam. It means all the powers are there in your hand, and every morning you have to make you that Kar Darshan make you realize the power is there with you. You can do anything, you can create anything, and you can design your baby the way you want. You have brush, you have paint, and you have canvas. You design your baby. And then the time comes for the this is the earth, Mother Earth. We are worshipping Mother Earth since ages, and when you get up in the morning, you just touch Mother Earth, and all the Mother Earth will take up all the negativity of your body, and she will bless you with its quality of tolerance, forgiveness, and uh, generosity. And then next is the Ushapan or drinking water. After all that, you make sure that you ensure that you are drinking 2 to 3 glasses of lukewarm water while sitting or squatting position. And after having the water, you will feel you will not have, you will realize that you will not have the problem of digestion and constipation. And studies says that in the long term, otherwise for the normal person also, if you take the lukewarm water, empty stomach, it will boost your immunity and you can avoid the obesity, hypertension, and the diabetes in the long term. And micro breakfast, when you're fasting for a long time all throughout the night, you might be hypoglycemic in the morning, so you can have a little bit of almonds, dates, walnuts, and those who are having nausea or vomiting in the morning, biscuits or toast or something dry, so too they can have. Then after brushing your teeth or morning routine, after having bath, you can go for chanting mantra, meditation, and breathing exercises according to your comfort or your like it's your decision what to do when, after having bath or before, or everything that you decide the sequence. But if you can live that in this sequence, it would be better. But before you start the recitation first, you must recite some mantra. The mantras are the combination of the powerful words, the energy words, and they are the combination. They are called, that is called, the energy words are called Bij mantra. So they are the combination of Bij mantra, and whatever mantra you want, you can recite. Or if you don't know any mantra, you can only chant Omkar, Om, which I think everybody knows. And about the Gayatri Mantra, Didi has already told you yesterday in her first lecture. And when you chant any mantra, it works, our palate, tongue, 6 worlds, 84 nadis, and granthi, they work together, and they convert the vibration of mantra into the powerful electromagnetic waves. And when you continuously chant these mantra, it amplifies the power and create a kind of resonance that stimulate our pranic centers and leads, and it ultimately it leads to elevation of your consciousness. Anything when you repeat again and again, it becomes your sanskar. The same with the mantra chanting. It has 4 stages: repetition, retention, recall, and recognition. And they get, the different center are they get affected as amygdala get shrunken, and putamen, temporal lobe, frontal lobe, they are expanded, they become bigger. So it leads to the long-term memory and permanent memory of brain is increased, and ultimately it leads to increased memory of your brain, more cognition power, and retention of brain, different things, and retention power of the brain is increased. So they are because Gayatri Mantra we recommend more because it is the most researched mantra. And even in Howard University, they have researched about Gayatri Mantra. They say that the 110,000 vibration it emits per minute. And in India, in AIMS also, it has been researched, as Gayatri told you that day. Then comes the time of meditation or rising sun, means Surya Darshan. Surya Darshan, when you get up in the morning, go out and do the Surya Darshan. It has got many beneficial effect for you and your baby, because we consider sun as the only living God. It's a God of life, or only living God, which we can see from the life, and we can't survive without it. So you go out, watch the rising sun, and just imagine that the radiations or the vibration of the sun is coming to you and going into the sun, and your sun is getting benefited from the all dimensions of the life. Then comes the time of yagya and arti. Yagya, what is yagya? Yagya is actually, it is a you can say it is a good, it is a combination of good deeds, sacrifice, and companionship. You can say the companionship. And when you do anything good for others without any expectation, you sacrifice anything without any expectation, that is yagya. And it has got other beneficial effect also. Studies says that it reduces the viral fungal and bacterial load in the environment wherever yagya happen, and it reduces pollution too. And Gurudev writes, it increases your happiness index and the blissful feeling, and it reduces the stress and negative feelings in you. And it gives benefit, special benefit to the young mothers, pregnant mothers, and young child. They become more disciplined, and their sanskar, they become more virtuous, you can say. And then arti, along with the yagya morning arti, when you do the arti, you can involve the full family. It teaches you improves your social health or social behavior, and the child learn that the togetherness, the social behavior. And you can involve the child with the, by putting your hand on the abdomen or stomach. You can involve your child with in the arti also while doing the communication with our wall or garva samband. Then comes the time for asana, and asana has many beneficial effects. You 15 to 20 minutes you must do yoga asana, and these asana, they do the, this is the time, actually this is the pregnancy is that precious time of life when you do many things consciously uh, for your child, but indirectly they give beneficial effect to you, and you get yourself, which is there all throughout the life. And during pregnancy, the yogas, and it is but natural, the mother is under more stress and she is anxious. So your yoga asana is the answer, because during the yoga and different asana, it reduces cortisol and increases serotonin. So the mother's stress becomes less, and the mother is in a more happy mode, and the body agility is increased, flexibility increased, which help her into the normal delivery also in the long term. Then the next is pranayam. So also inculcate pranayam in your daily routine after finishing the 15 to 20 minutes of yoga. And when you, the pranayam is basically when you combine, it's a process of systemic deep breathing along with the auto suggestion imbibing cosmic energy. Means pranayam is not just taking oxygen from the environment, because prana is bioelectricity or cosmic energy, and ayam is expansion of that. So yogi, what the yogi does, a yogi controls prana using nothing more than attention, giving attention for at a deep level. Attention and prana are the same. Life is awareness, and awareness is life. So when you do the pranayam, when you take deep breathings with the attention, it is pranayam. And only simple deep breathing increases the oxygen level and hemoglobin level of the blood, but not the prana. And oxygen is not the source of life, but it is simply a carrier of life and force. So they are the different pranayama. They will be taken up in next classes, further classes. And pranayam has one more advantage. It is balancing the autonomic nervous systems, means sympathetic and parasympathetic system, because sympathetic system is arousal. When it is continuous, it leads to tension. And when the parasympathetic system is continuously on, it leads to relaxation, and it leads to depression for people if it is there for the long time. So what it does, it is balancing the essential between these two. The right nostril is the symbol, it represents the sympathetic or Surya Nadi, and the left nostril, parasympathetic Chandanadi. So it is balancing the sympathetic and parasympathetic system, and it increases the lung capacity when you do the pranayam regularly, and better neuroendocrine coordination is established. Then after that comes the meditation. I told you about the Surya Darshan or Surya meditation with the sun, which is very easy in the morning. And with that, you can do the meditation with the breathing also, inhaling, exhaling, breathe. And because meditation is, you must do morning, afternoon, evening, afternoon, and also I'll tell you, because it releases the different alpha waves, which requires all throughout the day. So you can meditate with some commentary, candle, flame, point of light, some deity, Himalayas, sun, or with anything you like. You can read something and you can meditate. You can imagine something and you can meditate. With some commentary, you can meditate. And what is the advantage? During the meditation, brain cells synchronizes and fire together to give rise to rhythmic discharge in the form of alpha waves. Alpha waves are released. And this time, when we get the far-sightedness, creative intelligence, we feel inner bliss and tranquility because of the alpha waves. Because 90% of the time we are at the level of beta waves are active. We get the beta wave because when we are under stress and we think very fast and there is negative thinking, the beta waves are active. So when you do the meditation, chanting, pranayam, any yogasana, yogic exercises, reading good books, you they changes your gear to alpha waves and they are positive and you feel relaxed. So meditation and mindfulness calm amygdala associated with fear, response, anxiety, and stress disorders. Meditation help in balancing neurotransmitters like serotonin, and brain scan can you know that it is a research that the brain scan, when they did the brain scan of different monks, and they found that their frontal lobe of the brain, which is associated with the positive emotion and self-control and calmness, it was of more size of uh, in this study of monks. So it is helpful in improving your calmness and your balancing behavior of your brain and your body. So then comes the time of breakfast. You break the fast. All throughout the night you are fasting, and now this is time to break the fast. So breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and you should never miss it. It should have the 30 to 40% calories and nutrients of the whole day, and you should include everything: the protein, carbohydrate, fats, minerals, vitamins, fruits, and vegetables into their breakfast. And the researchers says that those who miss breakfast, they have more tendency of diabetes, hypertension, and obesity. And all through the day, they tend to eat much more sweets. Then after the morning routine, which is more lengthy, we come to the afternoon routine. Then on the afternoon, if you're working, you're going to your work during the while driving or while into your office, or if you are a housewife, you are doing the household activities. With all your activities of the house, you can communicate with your baby through the music. You just listen to the wonderful music of some mantras, some shlokas, some Sanskrit mantras, some beautiful Indian classical or some meaningful songs you can listen, you can sing along, and you can do all your daily activities with communication with your unborn. You know, the music is ancient science and art in our culture, and it is being used for the enhancement of the activities, the performances in the offices, for the production of more milk, for the growth of the plants. Then naturally it must be affecting the growth of the baby also, because the amniotic fluid of the baby, the fluid around the baby in the uterus, that is called amniotic fluid. This is a very good conductor of the sound, and it has been researched that the rhythm influences the baby much before the speech. And with the music, when you continuously listen to good music, the baby has the more better listening skills, intelligence, and creativity. So you can do all you, because you don't get the separate time for your daily routine work and for listening the music and driving and doing the office activity. So you can do these things together. Then after that, it is a time for your lunch. So if you have finished all your activities, time for your lunch, you can have a good lunch. And you should have you can see in the photograph, all the colors are there. So you should have the lunch with all the colors, the rainbow diet, which includes the all balancing protein, carbohydrate, nutrition. It should be balanced diet, sattvic and sanskarit in details. Tomorrow, Sangeeta Devi will take everything in details. I'll not take anything. Then after the lunch, it is a time for meditation of the afternoon, or Madhyakalin Dhan, afternoon meditation. Before taking the rest in the afternoon, you do the 10-15 minutes meditation. You just lit a lamp or a candle and sit in front of that. Just look at the flame of the candle and recite Gayatri Mantra for 24 times. This will increase your concentration power. And this is a virtue, or this is a character of the concentration is one of the most important virtue, because this is something which is common in all the great people. And if you want to give this virtue to your baby, your divine baby, you must do this meditation of the afternoon while just concentrating on the flame. And the power of concentration is like laser beam. You know what the laser beam is? Laser is the coherent, concentrated, disciplined light. It is only a simple light, but when the simple light is coherent, concentrated, and disciplined, it can cut iron rod or iron. So this is the power of the concentration. I'm telling you, by giving the example of the laser beam. Then comes the time of rest. After finishing the meditation, you just can sleep for 20-30 minutes. It's not a total 2 hours rest, 20-30 minutes start. Then after that, you can have a time for communication of or Garva Samvad, communication to unborn. You can give explosive time to your unborn, your child in utero, and you can tell her few stories. You can communicate with the songs, with some discourses. You listen to something and read something, and then you can communicate with your child. You do in these 2 hours. You can do some creative different activity, drawing, painting, then coding or calculations, and listening to different languages series, which can stimulate your brain, and you can guide your child for creating different type of intelligence. This is the communication time, the time for Garva Samvad and the Garva Sangeet. Garva Sangeet is also that is, you should take out some time for that. In the afternoon also you can, after while resting, because the best music what baby like is a resonant sound. Resonant sound, then mother's, parents' voice, then Sanskrit mantras, and the mother's heartbeat is the favorite sound of unborn. Then there are in our scriptures, they have described the different ragas in the morning, afternoon, and night. You can take these different ragas, Gayatri Mantra, and some songs also from the Gayatri Pariwar, Gayatri people of your town. And for the different trimester also, they have described in Garva Sangeet, they have described different music. And for the first trimester, because in the first trimester, anxiety is much more. So for the first trimester, they have given the music which is full with the shantras. And in the second trimester, they have given the music with romance or shangaras. And for the last trimester, when the female has to be prepared for normal delivery, she needs strength, courage, and for that, they have given the songs or the music which is full with the Veer Rasa. So they are the different Garbha Sangeet described in the Garbhopanishad. Then comes the evening routine. And before you go for the evening routine, you must take something, some fruits. Fruits are always taken in the empty stomach. Take some fruits or some light snacks in the evening. And after that, you can go for the evening walk or nature's walk. That is called evening walk, is called the nature's walk. You go with the nature and then again communicate with your child. You can introduce your child with the nature, with down in sun, with stars or moon and tree, different birds, different animals. You can introduce your child during the nature's walk. And after that comes the time of evening aarti. In the morning aarti, the whole family is not together. At least in the evening, you can bring together everyone, because it has been said that the family who pray together, they live together. So the child will learn that the the value of togetherness, unity. And Gurudev has written that the man is great, but the greater is the creator of the man. And by doing all that, you become like a god, or you like a Paramatma, or near to Paramatma. So therefore, you must keep doing all the prayers. The prayer is one of the methods, or arti is one of the methods, all that one of the methods, or becoming like God or close to God. So you must involve everyone and even your unborn during the evening arti. Then after that comes the time of Nad Yoga meditation in the evening. Nad Yoga, the scripture says there is a sound in the universe which is continuously running. The rishis has described that about that sound which is continuously running in the cosmos, and that sound is a sound of some nature sound. You can say some onkara, some resonance, flute, damru, and some veena. And that sound has a power to stimulate your emotions and deep feelings. And that is called the nadyo. So you'll get the sound. This is 15-16 minute nadyo sound, which you can get on YouTube, or you can ask some Gayatri Parijan. And when you just sit silently and listen to that song, that Nad Yoga, and you'll realize, you'll feel the difference, that it has the power to communicate or connect a human to human, or human to God, human to Paramatma. And you must listen to this song every day, because the vibration of this Nad Yoga reaches to cellular level of your body and the body of your unborn, and it has a great effect. So you must try every evening Nadyo meditation. And after that, there comes the time, this is the time of Swadhyay, or self-introspection, self-study. Swadhyay means self-study. Self means, Swa means self, and Adhyay means studying yourself, or looking at yourself, or retrospecting yourself. You must take out little time to read some great personalities, some autobiography, or the stories with the good morals, which teaches your unborn the love, kindness, patience, then gratitude, and righteousness, and all that. So, and after reading, just communicate, and with the feelings you read, that your baby is listening and imbibing all these qualities within himself. So while doing the self study, this swadhyay, when you read the great personalities, you can tell your child that how they came out of these difficult times, and they became great. So your baby will understand that how to come out of these difficulties, and when he'll come out in this complicated world, he will know the different method to come out from the difficult time. And that is why it has been said that when you, for the sadhya, it has been said, where you read like a salt and you churn like a flour. Means you read little, but churn it more, imbibe it within you. Because if you read a lot and if it is not digested, it becomes ahankar. And if it is digested, it becomes sanskar. So they are the different books you can advise. And then it's time to slow down and enter into the sleep. So you make sure that you are slowing down after the evening routine. This is a time for dinner. You take light dinner, and preferably 2 hours before you go off to sleep. You must take the very light dinner, so you will not have the acidity in the morning. And then after that, after the dinner, you can go for the evening stroll, and ask your husband also to connect to your baby, and you can discuss with your husband all your routine. And with the child, the baby can connect with father. When you walk together, the father can also get connected with the child, and it will be beneficial for the long-term relationship of father with the child. And then it's a time for Tattva Bodh Sadhana, or your sleeping time. So when we are preparing your bed, and you're going to the sleep, as you prepare your bed, you just remind yourself all throughout your activity all throughout the day. If you have done something very good, just pat yourself and whatever wrong you did in the daytime, you just forgive yourself and promise that the next day you'll do it in a better way. In addition, make sure that you just keep yourself away from the mobile and computer for at least 30 to 60 minutes before you go to sleep, because the radiation and vibration of mobile and computers disrupt your delta waves, which are essential for your deep sleeps. If deep sleep, if you continuously on screen and you don't get deep sleep and you don't feel fresh in the morning, and keep yourself away with the toxic people, gossips, then terror, horror, and these things, the news, negative news of the television. In addition, if you can practice the celibacy or abstinence during these 9 months, because it has got some micro effect into the baby. And at the end, just keep reminding that you are a wonderful and beautiful soul, and just surrender everything to Supreme Power, Paramatma, your Guru, your God, whomsoever you have faith. Just surrender everything and go off to sleep with some good sleep music, some good meaningful music, or you can say what night meditation, some mantra, and slowly you are you will be easily falling into sleep, a deep sleep, if you follow all that. So the what is the take home message? The you have learned so many things. I told you step by step, all the routine. But if you don't follow this routine, after 2 3 days, you will not have any benefit. So what you have to do, you keep doing. At least you do it for 21 days. They say if you do something for 21 days, it will be in your habit. But please do it all throughout 90 days, this 9 months. And whatever you have learned and you have understood, share with other pregnant ladies, other people, your family members, your friends, and share with, because good thing when you share, it spreads. And the other people will bless you when you share good things with others. So at the end, knowing is not enough. We must apply, and willing is not enough. We must do. Only by knowing you will not get any benefit. You have to do it. You have to apply it. So thank you so much for the patient listening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Amita Saxena ji. It was such a wonderful session in which we learned about how this lifestyle has an impact on the mother and the baby, and how this 9 months following these different activities which she talked about, how we can make our baby or our pregnancy first of all the happier and the healthier one, and also which can give a lot of good learning and help the baby to inculcate good values and all the good things that we want in our kids, right? So thank you so much for such an enlightened session, ma'am. So if there is any question from anyone, we are good to take the questions. So if you have any questions, you can send it on the chat box, or also you can raise hands and you can ask questions.
So,
So there is
Divya
I'll
raised
just read
hand.
out the question. How we, ma'am, the first question is how we can do all these with working in office. Do you suggest to take leave for 9 months before, or for working women, or any other daily routine is there? My office timing is 10 to 7.
Um, नहीं 10 to 7, ठीक है, 10 to 7, but you'll have to, I initially in the beginning also, and I said, if you want to get something special, you have to put a greater effort into it. So get up a little early, morning routine at least you can do. Then while doing your work, I told you, if you're working, while doing your work, you can communicate, you can sing, you can do your work. And if you can, for 100%, nobody can follow. Even if you can follow 60 70%, you will get 100%, you will get much benefit. Don't stress yourself for doing the 100% what I told you, but at least 60 70% if you can do, you can manage evening routine, morning routine, and afternoon if, with your work. But Only you have to keep these things in your mind while working. Don't you just avoid much of information from television, from a mobile, and negative information, toxic. You don't need toxic people, your negative friends, those who are like having they talk negative. Don't much talk to them much. And the news and television and all. And morning, 1 hour you can take out. At least 1 hour for yoga, meditation, pranayama. And afternoon, in the lunch time in your office also, you can take out 10 minutes for yourself. I think it's not difficult to take out 10 minutes if you want. And in the later time you can take leave, but now 9 months you can take leave, but in the later 3 months you can take leave if you want really, because we get time for our holidays, our marriages, we plan everything. When you plan, you for buying a dress, you go to 5 shops, you put so much effort, so much time you give for construction of the house. When you plan a house, you give whole 1 year for construction of the house. You design your house, you design your dress, you design your wedding, your holiday. Then for such an important task, why shouldn't you get time? You must take out the time and more energy and extra effort.
True, ma'am. And the second question is, while watching Candle in the Noon, do we need to chant Gayatri Mantra along with that?
Actually, we recommend Gayatri Mantra because it is the most researched and powerful mantra. But you can chant any other mantra, whatever you like, and you have faith. You can chant any other mantra, but with the concentration, with even with the candle or some lamp or with the point of light or whatever. But with concentration, with looking at one point, that will increase the virtue of concentration in you. That value, the power of concentration in you.
Miss Shikha Tiwari ji, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
यस प्रणाम दीदी.
Pranam, pranam.
हाँ, एक्चुअली मैं भी जबलपुर से ही हूँ. मेरे पेरेंट्स जबलपुर में ही रहते हैं. और मेरे को आपसे ये सवाल करना था. आपने जो वो बुक्स की लिस्ट दिखाए थे, यू हैव शोड द
Yes,
लिस्ट,
yes,
so
yes, yes,
that
yes.
slide was missed with us. So
Okay, okay.
can you show one more time?
You can contact the Gayatri Pariwar people of Bangalore or wherever you are. They'll give you
हाँ,
all the books. You can
okay,
ask them. The Avgade Sanskar 1P and all books are there in Hindi,
okay.
in English, whatever you want. You will get everything.
ओके. और दीदी एक और सवाल था कि जैसे आपने बताया कि सुबह उठ के 3 गिलास कुनकुना पानी पीना. आई एम इन द माय फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर. तो उसके लिए हमें क्या कंटिन्यू वही रखना है कि 3 गिलास पानी?
You can start with 1 glass. If you can't have 3 glass at a time, you start with 1 glass. Only you can switch over to 1.5 and 2 glass, and at least 2 glass you should have.
Because after drinking half glass also water, I started last month, it's feel like vomiting.
So you start with a little bit. You can increase with the slowly. You can increase.
Okay.
Forcefully, you need not to do anything forcefully.
Okay. Thank you so much. It was very wonderful session for me.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Amita, there is one more question. There is a viewer called Kavya Modi ji. She is asking for the short list of pregnancy activities which you taught in this session. So probably this session is already available, ma'am, on the
Yes, on
YouTube as
YouTube.
well
Yes,
as
yes, yes.
on Facebook. So you can, the complete session there. So from there you can get the complete
You
list.
can listen and write down the list.
Sure. Or if you need, then you can mail it to us. We'll just send you the list across. And there is one more question. Will it be safe to have dates in morning after first trimester?
It is always safe. Date has no problem. I don't think 4 dates you can have any time. It's not. It is rich in iron and minerals and vitamins. You can have dates anytime. You can have no problem. And you are not having 20, 25 dates in a day. You can have only 2, 3 dates. You can't have much more than that. Yes, this is a chart. Ideal daily routine. Yes. You can take out the screenshot of this ideal daily routine.
Actually, I've given my number here on the screen. So whoever has any question, or if you want anything or any link or any session details, so you can reach out to me on the number which is on your chat box. It's 8904039991. So if there is any more question, otherwise we'll end the session for today. Okay. So if there is
One
no
more
more question,
question, make the
so if there
participant
is,
getting while walking or standing. What is she writing? She's getting lower abdomen pain while walking and standing. Which is your which month it's running? It is any suggestion. Actually, in the last month, like second trimester onwards, because our body is getting prepared for the normal delivery, which is normal, fourth month. So usually you get some relaxation of the ligaments and joints, and you get pain in the joints. But while if you do some asana and exercises regularly, take vitamin D3 and calcium, it will help you. Do the asanas and yogas regularly. It will help you. Definitely, many pregnant women they have, because most of our we Indian are have less vitamin D3 and calcium, so we are not proper in our diet. So take calcium now. You are in fourth month. Take regular calcium, vitamin D3, and exercise and yoga. It will be it will help you. Anything else? Any other question? After
there
it's
is
over.
one more question. How to avoid stress? Someone has
I
asked.
told you all the methods. Actually, lifestyle modification is primarily to reduce the stress for yoga, meditation, pranayam, mantra chanting, avoid mobile and TV screen and uh, gossips and over socializing. Don't socialize much. You'll have low stress. So these methods were to reduce, because basic thing is stress only in today's time. Lifestyle modification is to reduce the stress. The stress is reduced, all the disease will go away for not only pregnancy, otherwise also. From Shruti Kataria to everyone, ma'am, what will reduce nausea and vomiting? For nausea and vomiting, yes, if you have nausea and vomiting, night like dinner you must take at least 2 hours before, and it should be a light dinner. No, not much spices and oil and fried things at night, and it should be 2 hours before. And when you get up in the morning, take something dry first, like biscuit or toast or some sattu or something like that in the morning first. And if it is there, a little bit of nausea and vomit is okay, but if it is excessive, then you can consult your doctor. There are any pathological reasons also, but excessive, it is called hyperemesis. You can consult your doctor. Thank you.
Okay. So, if we have finished with the questions, so I'll just give a brief about tomorrow's session, and after that we'll just do the Shanti part. So, during like, me telling about the tomorrow's session, if someone is still, left with any questions, so you can think about and you can just ask here, and then after that we'll just do the Shanti part, and we'll end today's session. So, as today we talked about this wonderful session on the lifestyle that you should be, adapting during your pregnancy. Tomorrow, in the similar line, we'll be talking about the healthy diet that needs to be, taken during the pregnancy, because as we saw that, the diet nutrition plays a very important role, not only for the healthy pregnancy but also for the growth and the development of the baby inside the womb, and for his further health during his lifetime. So all the nutritions has a very important role to play. So tomorrow we'll be seeing what all things should be taken, so in throughout the trimesters. so that we can have a very healthy and happy pregnancy. So tomorrow we'll have very great Dr. Sangeeta Saraswati with us, who will be taking us through this healthy diet part of it. So please join us in the same time at 4 p.m. For the fourth session of this 8 days webinar series on let us construct a cultured generation. So with this, we'll just do the Shanti part and we'll bring this today's wonderful session to an end. So, Om Dev Shanti, Antariksha Gunga Shanti, Prithvi Shanti, Rapah Shanti, Roshadayah Shanti, Vanaspatayah Shanti, Vishvedeva Shanti, Brahma Shanti,
Shanti, Shanti,
Sarva
Shanti,
Shanti,
Sama
Brahma
Shanti,
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 Om
Om Shanti,
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 Sarvarishesha
Sarvashta
Shanti.
So thank you so much, Dr. Amita Saxena ji, and thanks to
Thank
all
you.
the viewers who have joined us. So thank you so much, and we'll join you all tomorrow at the same time, 4 p.m. So till that, Om Shanti.